Moose Scarf Studio. Wait for a few people to pop in here. Ba-doo, diddle-a-doo. Dee-da-diddle-a-doo-da-doo. Alrighty. We are live. We are doing great. Put on some music right now for starters. Ba-doo, ba-doo. All right. We got our boosted stuff now. Getting some things going here. Oh, you can add and manage destinations. Coming to you live from reach.me. This thing's pretty cool. I am a fan. I can say I am a fan. Now I'm going to go over here. I'll get some music going. Alrighty. Let's poppity pop, pop, pop. So anyways, coming to you live from the Moose Den here. It's Anthony Sabatino, aka Moose with a Scarf, and wanted to show this little studio space we just finished up here. So this is kind of like the home theater hangout zone. Got the couch, got the home bar, you know. Who couldn't complain that? Oh my God, what did this person say? Can you read upside down? Yes, I can. One idiotic one. That's pretty funny. I don't know how people do that upside down text thing. It's pretty cool though. Anyways, so we've got the little bar here. We got the classic beers and stuff, you know, and then sodas and Trulies if you're into that kind of thing. I haven't done the totally LA thing where I get it filled up with like coconut waters and La Croix, but you know, I'll work up to that. And then got a bunch of posters of projects I've been working on here. This is a really cool project called Breach of Trust. It was a documentary about the USC scandal with the gynecologist guy. Yeah, Pablo's coming in saying I'm missing the Fiji water. I know, I've got to get around to it. But yeah, it was a very, very depressing yet powerful project. This is a VR game that I worked on. It's still in production called Ascend. It's a VR shooter. Really, really cool. And yes, Harmonica Love 312. I do music for docs. I do music for whatever, film, game, TVs. I also do EDM stuff. And so under the name Moose with a Scarf. So here's the moose head that I do for performances and stuff. Put it on a mannequin and whatnot. He's got a Moose Bot shirt on too. Little robot DJ guy. But then yeah, one of my singles, Abstinence, will be coming out soon. Hopefully. I mean, it's already out right now, but I'm redoing everything. Posted for Tabletop Tunes. This was a music app that I wrote the music for and kind of headed up with my friend Jacob Johnson. Shout out to Jacob for programming the app and creating an awesome music profile or looping system. And then this is a little silly self-portrait-y thing that my friends got me for graduation back at Berkeley, and got a few other posters, all that jazz. But anyways, here is the studio. It is crazy. So originally, we just finished up all the renovations and everything on this space down here a few months ago. And the setup is a two-desk setup that I put together, that I kind of came up with. So I've got all my synths and stuff over here. And then I've got kind of my main sequencing rig over here. We've got all this acoustic paneling stuff. Our contractor, who's a friend of the family, was able to put all these awesome LEDs in there and stuff as well. I've also got Moose Bot over here, my robot DJ sidekick. He had been working with him a little bit as well, doing some various things with various programming stuff with him. So he's just limp right now. But basically, I'm in the process of getting able to control him through MIDI, which is pretty neat. So yeah, we've got a little secret corridor in here. Got some piano books, movies, video games, my smoking jacket, good stuff. And then over on this other side, we've got some other stuff. I've got a bunch of fezzes for a silly men's club I do. And then patch cables, microphone, other things over here. And then I'll fire up these synths so we can play around with a lot of them. We got the Moog Grandmother here, which is awesome. I use it mostly for just bass sounds, but you could do all kinds of cool sound design stuff with it as well. So when we were also building out the studio space, what we did was we cut into the concrete underneath. So all the cabling, as you can kind of see, goes into this little box down here, and then that goes underground all the way through and onto the other side of the machine room. So yeah, then this is a modular system over here, make noise, shared system. I had a really crazy patch set up on that for a horror short. Let me get this, see if I can get this fired up really quick here. 1 second. I'm gonna set this down here. Flip that camera. Alrighty. So I'm just getting the input ready for make noise, which should be this is what I'm not very good at. Should have planned this out better. Once we get all this stuff lined up, it's going to be awesome, though. You will not be disappointed. All right, ADAT 1516. This is the tricky thing when you've got all this routing here. Like, look at this. Got all these things hooked up, and that's not even close to how crazy it gets when you get to the machine room. But yeah, so getting the stuff routed. ADAT 15. Or was it 13 and 14? Oh, about to find out. If I get any sound through that. Crazy. All right. Yeah, let's check this out. So this sound over here was for a film project I was working on recently. So I'm going to turn the stuff down. So basically, I've got a pressure plate that fires this thing off. Pretty weird, goofy sounding thing. It's really just a random signal coming in, controlling the pitch for the oscillators. And this is maths is triggering basically an envelope. So you get this weird, just really goofy, weird kind of thing. You can. So yeah, that's just weird on its own, but then you add in the little echophone in here, which is just an interesting kind of like a almost granular-esque delay of repitching and delaying stuff. And then you get this really weird metallic-y sound, so just here without, and then with. And then add some verb to give it a little bit more. Just really washed out reverb sound, and then you get this really crazy, creepy horror sound. Pretty crazy. But yeah, then we got the Moog Grandmother over here. Pretty awesome synth. Just really classic, clean Moog sound. Let's see if I can get this opened up over here too. Gotta get this all centered and turned up. It's kind of hard to hear. It's so bassy, it's not gonna get picked up very nicely, but I'll set you over here and get a nice man, you can't hear it here with the subs, but that thing is blowing the roof off of this place. It is crazy. This one over here is this is a really cool thing. It's called the Resonant Garden. So I originally saw Trent Reznor using one of these with or for the score of what's it called? Gone Girl, maybe? I think it was actually, it might have been Social Network. Social Network or Gone Girl. But really, all this is, it's kind of weird, but it's just a bunch of contact mics. Just really simple, weird, not so interesting sounds, but each of those contact mics feed into these 3 processing chips, DSP processors, where they've got a whole bank of 7 different effects. And so you could do some kind of weird, funky stuff, like this is just like a delay right here. You can change the timing of it. I like the granular delay. You can get it to basically be endless. Turn the volume up a bit. So yeah, now it's basically tuned. Then you could add in some other kind of weird reverbery thing. And I like to bow it sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear again because we're through my AirPods and stuff, but it does make for a really cool, interesting effect. Again, good for mostly kind of horror stuff, but you know, it's it works. And then the holy grail of synths over here is my CS80. So this bad boy was previously owned by Bob Mayo. He was a keyboard player. He played with Peter Frampton on the what's it called? The Alive, or Peter Frampton Comes Alive album. And so this thing right here, let me get it loaded up on all of this. So I'll got my thing here. What up? We got Mark Go 241 tuning in. Thanks for joining, Mark Go. All right, I'm gonna set you guys up right over here so you get a good gander at this. So, CS80. Generally, most of the presets across here, kind of mediocre for the most part. Nothing to really write home about. You know, kind of cheesy, nothing too crazy. But it's got some cool stuff. It's got a little bit of character. So it is what it is. But what really is cool about the CS80 is when you get to the panel stuff and you can mess around with all these controls here. You get some really cool sounds. And again, it sounds a little dry, but once you add some reverb over here, and this is a CXM 1978 Automaton. It was a gift from a friend of the family, but you can get some really nice stuff here. So let's get this turned up a bit. So yeah, it's like we just hopped into Blade Runner world. Alrighty. And so over here is my main sequencing rig. These are Rab Audio desks, so they've got a little slide out thing for the keyboard, which is awesome. You can just push it back in, and you're working. I primarily work in Cubase. I'm working on mixing tracks for the album right now. This one's a particularly crazy one. Here, I'll show you the drop. 1 second, just gonna mute the CS80. But yeah, we got this right here. So yeah, that's classic matchup coming soon. I mean, it's already out, but this is the new classic matchup, way better. Yeah, 3 monitors. Got a TV up here. It's not on right now. You can see my reflection. Hey. Oh, this is dimmed. That explains why it's been so quiet. Cool, there we go. And then, yeah, I got the speakers soffit mounted into the walls over here. And oh, yeah, also, obviously, Art Novian acoustic panels. Pretty cool design there. I really dig the Galens, these things over here with their little angly bits. Pretty good. And then, yep, speakers, JL subs, ATC 50s. And then this is an idea from the contractors to put in this little moose logo for me and then light it up with LEDs and stuff. Turned out pretty awesome. There's Moosebot's head over there. And then we got the live room. And then also these are studio grade doors, so here, I'll swap it around here. Oh, well, I guess, actually, you wouldn't be able to tell because I have my AirPods, so you'd be able to hear me. But we can close these up, get total sound isolation, which is great. So yeah, so here's the live room right here. It's kind of messy right now because I was gearing up to do a little virtual live stream performance over here. Got my camera set up. And then that feeds in over here. Got my little keyboard thing, live rig. Got the green screen. And then over here, got my laptop. Running everything through Ableton, although for some reason recently Ableton's decided to have this really heavy latency. So like here, I'll show you. Here's a note. Hey, Ran Lee, popping in. Hey, Ran, good to see you. And then but yeah, so I don't know why the latency has been so tricky, but it's very weird, but I'm happy to go around. And then this is the Hawking Continuum. It's not totally configured properly at the moment, so I can't really show you, but this thing's super cool. You can bend between notes. It's got polyphonic, aftertouch, and expression, so you can bend between all kinds of notes. Got Shawnee Community Services popping in. Hey, girls. Good to hear from you. And then, yeah, I got all this stuff. And then also this is, you can see me here for monitoring the live stream stuff. And then you can see, got the background keyed out over here for the green screen for when I'm doing the live performances. And the way that I got that all set up is I'm running Streamlabs right now, as you can see, to run all that jazz. But then I'm also doing Resolume Arena. That's how you get everything synced up right now. So when I play, so basically the laptop is connected into this hub, which is connected to the audio interface, which is then outputting stuff into this audio interface, which then sends to the PC, and all that stuff is connected through this panels into the machine room. And so that stuff all sends out there and gets things synchronized via linear time code and all that jazz. So when I'm playing stuff over here, it's like you can see that they've got this synchronized. So whenever I move to a part in the music, it'll have it nice and synchronized. Oh yeah, gotta fix the buffer rate. I had it at a really low rate for some testing. What's up, Koro or Karo? Not totally sure how to pronounce your username, but thanks for tuning in. You're French. Oh. I'm assuming that's what you meant and not Fatench. But yeah, so we got the that whole setup here. And then the cameras are also triggered to lock on as well. I'm gonna turn this camera on over here. It's not totally lined up right now, but then you plug that in to the cam input over here. Just get a nice thing. And so then, if everything was done correctly, we should hopefully be able to see. I might have connected it to the wrong input. Oh yeah, I connected to the wrong input. My mistake. So yeah, you can see it pops up the little synths and stuff, but it's yeah, it's being weird. Got Reach.me and Madame Coro. Okay, Madame Coro. Thanks for tuning in. Now, this is the part where I dance around, you know. So yeah, I'll turn that off for right now. You can look forward to that when I finally get everything working and get around to actually doing a live performance in here. Oh yeah, got my pedal board down here. It had been a long time since I'd used it, so I had to shake off the dust and clean all those pedals. Yeah, really nothing too crazy. I've got an accordion, and a VR headset. Then closet stuff, a little extra monitor for various things. Nothing too crazy here. But yeah, let's go check out the machine room where all the craziness goes down. All right, going back through the studio. Oh, that's funny. Well, Madam Coro, I'm glad you're tuning in anyways, regardless of not being able to understand what I'm saying. I appreciate it. All right, into the machine room. So this is through our storage down here, but as you can see, we come around and boom, the machine room. So we're still kind of finishing up, cleaning up some of these cables, but you should have seen it before. So yeah, so this is our go-between right now. So there's some stuff that goes between the synth desk and the live room, and so it's just easier to be able to connect all that stuff at a go-between. This is my main audio interface. It's an RME Fireface UFX Plus. Really, really high quality. Would highly recommend any RME interfaces. And then I've got two Apollo or UAD Apollos, an 8 and an X8. This one, I've got these have been for a while ago, and basically they just run instruments and mics get connected, and then they output ADAT into the RME up here. This is just a power supply. This is a Blackmagic SATA disk storage thing that I got a while ago. So whenever I need additional storage, I can just plop in some SATA disks in there. So this is the system controller for the room tuning when we designed the studio. By the way, the acoustic designers were Audio Perception. Highly recommend them. You should check them out if you ever need any sort of studio design help. They put this together and came out and tuned the room. So this is a DSP processing module that's allowed to, or that's able to go through and basically tune out any of the resonant peaks in the studio room. And so this is things running at all times. So yeah, that's going. And then this is the amp for the ATC speakers. The reason we have an amp is because since they're soffitted into the wall, it would actually get too hot. And so it's just safer and better to have an external amp and the speakers run passively. So yep, all that stuff is plugged in back there. Got a fan to keep things cool in here, although I don't know why it hasn't really been doing that. And this is a KVM switch because I've got 3 computers down here, as you can see, and that's how I'm able to swap around. It's got an external IR remote coming out over here that goes all the way over, down, and underneath to my main desk, where I'm able to easily switch between inputs and change between my Mac or my PCs. So got the Mac Pro up here. That's my main sequencing rig. And then this is a PC that runs mostly just my string libraries. And then this is a Threadripper build down here, which is what I use for pretty much every other orchestral instrument that I host, as well as that's what I use to run my visuals for my live show stuff, along with gaming and stuff as well. So. And then here's all of the cables going on over here. Got a whole bunch of stuff, and then these are all HDMI splitters coming down here so that we could be able to monitor any of the computers from all over the place. So like right now, if I wanted to go over to my my Mac, switch over, and then boom, got my Mac. Then I've also got my PC here, and it's just a lot easier than having to run back and forth between the main desk and the machine room to be able to figure out all that stuff. So, wasn't liking that at all. So yeah, so anyways, let's head back to the studio. I could show you guys what I've been working on lately. So So what I've been doing right now is I'm working on a Moose soft reboot right now. Did my Moose album, Neon Kingdom, so you can see right there. And it turned out fine, but I think the mixes could have been a little bit better. And so now that I've got a proper studio space down here, what I decided is I was going to go through and do full-on overhaul on the mixes, get everything as tight and rockin' as possible. Here, I'll get it angled in a way so that you can see both me and Moosebot over here. And so yeah, I was wanting to get everything sounding nice and thick and pro grade, and so that's what I've been working on lately. So this is the track Classic Matchup right now. I'm not sure how good the audio quality will be coming in through my ears, but you should be able to hear it a decent amount. Big build right before the drop. I'll pull you over here so you can see the session maybe. Madam Coro saying, "What is this quality?" I hope that means is a good thing and not a bad thing. But yeah, so sitting around -6 LUFS. I think I could probably go a little louder. Just gotta do a few more things on there. But generally the balance is coming out pretty good. Been using this track by IYFFE and AU5 called Sweet. It's awesome. Check this thing out. So again, I'm not sure how good quality that was, but that's the reference track as far as sound and balance. Interestingly enough, I've noticed a lot of these EDM tracks have a pretty hefty dip around the 300 hertz region. I'm pretty sure it's probably it probably has something to do with making sure that the bass pumps through and not getting too muddy in the mix. It's kind of a weird balancing act because like when you check out, listen to my mix, you get a little bit of this dip down here, but it's not as pronounced as like the AU5. So yeah, probably a lot of it has to do with just like a heavier, looks like our levels were about the same as far as the energy distribution. He's probably just got a little bit more of the low end kicking in. So yeah, that's really, that's all that. Oh, there's a few other things actually I wanted to show you guys while I'm over here. I've got the official Moose Scarf shuffle shoes. So for those who don't know, a big part of my act is playing synths and then shuffling around. And so what I got was these low profile sneakers basically, and I've got these low friction soles on them. So these things down here are super low friction soles that are super glued onto the bottom of my shoes. And basically what they do is like you could just basically slide it across really easily. They're very, very slick and slippery, and you can do all kinds of good stuff with them. And then I got them custom made. Got the Moose logo on here, created by my friend Chase MP3. He does all my Moose artwork and stuff and was really helpful to put these together. And then we got Moosebot on the back and everything. So yeah, these will, oops, well, they're fine. I've got 2 pairs, plus they're good. So yeah, those will probably be going on sale through Shoe Zero sometime in the near future. And they're really great. Good shuffle shoes, would highly recommend them. And yeah, so that's pretty much it at the moment. I am really happy to be coming to you guys from reach.me. Be sure to follow me on any of those platforms, as well as the reach.me app thing. But yeah, Instagram at Moose Scarf, Twitter at Moose Scarf. Everything is at Moose Scarf. It's easier than putting the full moose with a scarf in there. So, yeah, this has been fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to being able to do a actual live performance in the live room over there. And, yeah, you know, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And, yeah. Well, that's all I got. You guys take care, and I'll play you out with the music.